when I lived on the East Coast of the United States, I tried to see Amma pretty much whenever she was anywhere nearby. And one time I went down to Washington, D.C. It might have been 99 or 2000. I really don't remember when. And it could have been earlier than that, actually. Anyway, some big hotel outside of Washington. Get there. Nothing started yet. It's in the morning. And it took a while to figure out where to go because this place was so big. And I remember going down a hallway and, okay, I finally find it. And there's just hundreds of people everywhere and lots of people in white robes. And the program's going to start in about 10 minutes, and there's maybe a dozen people lined up outside the door waiting for Amma to come in. And there's a trade-off here, because if you are not in the hall when she enters, then the doors are closed, and you miss the first part of the program. At least that's how it was back then. And the trade-off was, if you wanted to see Amma before the show and get your darshan, which means her recognizing you or seeing you, and then maybe she'll shake your hand or tap you on the forehead or something as she walks by. So I decided to go for it. And I'm waiting there outside the door for 5 or 10 minutes. And like I said, there's another dozen people around, and we're all kind of lined up waiting. And I am kind of close to the door, but on my side of the hallway, there's at least 5 or 6 people ahead of me. So anyway, I see her walking. Here she comes walking, and sometimes when she walks, her head doesn't bob. Like, she doesn't do this with her head when she walks. It's rather entertaining to see her kind of float down the hallway. And, so I'm there, and I'm starting to get tense, and here she comes. My body's getting excited because I haven't seen her in a year. And as she comes by, I put my hand out to kind of, because I want to get one of these high fives that she's giving everybody else. But as she came by me, she looked me in the eye, and then she grabbed my hand like a little kid and held my finger. And she held my finger and went into the hall and just sort of dragged me like this until I just blissed out. I mean, I was just like, boom, gone. And I woke up on the floor. It was probably 20 minutes later, because when I woke up, they were happy to open the doors for me to go in. And if they were willing to open the doors, that meant that her Swami had already given his introduction. There had already been some chanting, and there had already been, part of a program, at least 10, 15 minutes. And then Amma came on stage and the doors opened and things started. So by the time I regained awareness of my physical surroundings, she had already started. And that moment of bliss and just being gone from my body and my concerns and my suffering and everything else, all she did was hold my finger and pull it and look me in the eye as she walked by. Oh, that is an amazing and powerful being. And obviously it was more than touching my finger. She had some intention there. She saw that I was ready for something, and it appeared because she was willing to grant it. And whatever grace that is, I am not at her level. I don't know really what happened there. And, these sorts of confirmations are wonderful to have on a path when you're not sure where you're going. And to find a teacher like Amma, I highly recommend you seek out one of these teachers, because just being in their presence, you can learn a lot about yourself. Just being near her, I've had experiences of, my mind be spinning, and I get near her body, and all of a sudden my mind shuts off and I can't find the thoughts. Whatever that is, I don't know, and it's a great thing to experience. You should seek it out, if it sounds good to you. Amma.